So the Sooners add 2 more preferred walk-ons, and these 2 are out of state. Let's talk about Patrick and Trey. All that coming up here in about 10 seconds. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here with Unfair Sports, where we take a pensive approach to the sports conversation. Thanks for checking us out here on the YouTube channel. It's been a bit. We are in the dead period as the 23 class is officially closed this past Wednesday. So this weekend, I want to talk about a couple more preferred walk-ons that joined. We're going to talk about all the total ones in another video later this week to really go down what players we added in addition to our current class. And so before I do that, you know the drill. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know. What's your thoughts on these 2 players I'm about to talk about? Patrick Cromer as well as Trey Brown. 1 out of Georgia, 1 out of Tennessee. We went out of state and got some preferred walk-ons. I mean, this isn't like legacy Case and Calmus, which makes sense to bring him from Nashville, Tennessee. But we've got another Tennessee player as well as 1 from Georgia that are going to be preferred walk-ons. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know. What's your thoughts on that? Are you impressed at the staff being able to go out and get some additional players and get those additional bodies, give us some depth, and potentially find a diamond in the rough? Or are you not really big on the PWOs? Me personally, I'm all about potential. And so I have some excitement about bringing additional players in. And so I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification. We're getting back ramped up. You know, it's off season, but we're going to have some fun stuff coming down the line. So we'll be talking OU football, college football in general, mix in some other schools, you know, to keep us busy for the off season. And so now we're on the dead period, which started right after the signing period. You're going to hear some news and stuff, but there's not really any visits or anything like that. And the next big weekend is going to be, if I'm correct, March 4th here on campus. And so I've got some players that are supposed to be in town that you guys should be excited about. So outside of that, let's talk about these 2 preferred walk-ons. And so we'll start off here with our boy, Patrick. Let's start with Patrick. I'm actually kind of excited about Patrick first. Let's start with Patrick. And so let's dive right into him, shall we? So Patrick committed a few days ago. He is out, like I said, out of Rome, Georgia. 5'11", 175. He'll be here at wide receiver. And he's one of those players that looks like, you know, he's going to be a grinder. He did attend Brent Venables football club, and, you know, he's been around, and he made the decision and signed on the paper to be a preferred walk-on. And if I'm correct, the Sooners have a nice NIL collective deal that's going on to where preferred walk-ons basically get their school paid for, which is really dope. Also helps bring in those additional bodies, and I've talked about this numerous times. You got to have a really good preferred walk-on system, preferred walk-on group of people, because not only do you find those diamonds in the rough, but you also just gives you depth and gives you bodies in general. You want to have good players to iron sharpens iron. And so I will emphasize that every time I talk about preferred walk-ons, because I've had people jump in the comments and be like, you're sunshine pumping all these random players. What does it matter? They're not going to really play. It is not about what you do on the field. Sometimes it's about what you contribute in scout team, contribute in practice. Those things are key in the development of all your players. So having additional people to do additional stuff, some with different skill sets. Dude's got a little speed on them. And so that's some stuff that you want to make sure you have available whenever you are preparing for your opponent. And so let's look at a little film that Patrick has that jumped out to me the most. And so as you can see, you know, he can get it as a return man. He knows how to run, which is key, critical, and important. Ran that back for a touchdown. And let's watch him here in the slot. Catch a pass and run up the sideline. Finds the hole, and it's gone. You're going to need a lot of that stuff. It's always good to have players with really good vision, because that jumps out, of course, on the screen to you all, but it also jumps out, like I said, in scout team, because you're going to be playing some really good players that knows how to find the hole when you go against your opposition, because you're not going to go up against their backups. You're going against their starters. So you need to have those scout guys that can give you and contribute that type of information throughout. And so as you can see here, we're getting some good stuff here out of our boy Patrick Cromer. I'm pretty stoked to see what he looks like long term. And that's Patrick. Rome, Georgia. Got him to come here as a preferred walk-on, which is dope. Let's jump into the next player, which is Trey Brown. Now, Trey committed back in July, about July 31st, and then he signed on the line, which was dotted on Wednesday, so he made it official. About the same size as Patrick in the 5'11", 165, 175 range. And so nice, shifty, fast dude. And the difference with Trey and Patrick is that Trey's a hitter. So when I watched his footage and watched some of his film, I was like, oh, he likes to hit people. And I know how much y'all love players that like to hit. That's what you're going to get out of this player, which, of course, excites me because we get another player that wants to hit people. And I'm all for that. Let's watch him hit a few people real quick, right? Here we go. Got Trey. This one, he's going to be catching a pass. Oh, some nice catches. Okay. Not going to say anything on that. But let's watch him here. As you can see, you'll see the circle pop up. There he is. And what's he about to do? Hit somebody. Yeah, he's a hitter. So coming out of Tennessee, he went to Christ Presbyterian Academy. So he's in Nashville, Tennessee, just like Casey Kalmus is. And so, like I said, watching this footage, man, he likes to hit. And that, I mean, y'all like people that hit. I like people that hit. Gives us someone that's going to hit people in practice. Now, hopefully, then, take somebody out and injure them. But at the same time, you do want some physicality out there. And that's the one thing that we did really well, especially when we played in the Florida State game. I actually saw a lot of Florida State fans give us props for our physicality in that game. And that's something that you want to be able to continue to grow with. And I think that having a player like this, we'll be able to keep that going. So that's the two players. That's Patrick Cromer as well as Trey Brown out of Rome, Georgia, as well as out of Nashville, Tennessee. Two new preferred walk-ons that will probably be wide receivers / athletes, play on both sides of the ball, special teams. You got to have a good special teams too. And preferred walk-ons go out there and they show out. That's when you start finding, like I said, those diamonds in the rough, the things that you want to have. So thanks for pulling up. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification, as well as jump in the comments. What's your thoughts? I mean, give me your true feelings on it or whatnot. And be a little bit more objective with this. Don't look at them as immediate starters. But remember, Gavin Freeman had, he was a preferred walk-on. And what did he do when he got the ball for the first time this season? Yeah, he ran it for a touchdown. So you don't know what you're going to get out of these players, but potential is always exciting, and that's the reason why I love talking about it here on the channel with you all. And then I hop in the comments and comment back and forth. We're in the, like I said, the off season, so we'll be just doing random stuff so that we can just keep you up to date on what information. We have crystal balls coming up midweek. We've actually had a few the past couple of days, and so I'm putting together the footage and stuff for them. So I want to do them right and do them justice or whatnot with the information. So keep your eyes out for that. And so with that, folks, you'll see a couple videos pop up here. Go ahead and, check them out. Let me know what you think. We'll chop it up. I don't know, in probably about an hour or so. I'm about to drop a second video from our weekend dump. Peace.